Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Lewis here, following crazy night last night as the Dodgers won the World Series here in Los Angeles. We went live, broke a record.
Ooh, let me.
Ended an echo.
That's my fault.
That's fine. Got David March, and it's his fault we're echoing, man. But double the Lewis, double the fun right after this. Hey, what's up, David? How you doing?
Okay, how are you?
Very good, man. For some reason, people have been asking me to go. They're like, why aren't you on camera anymore? Well, the truth of the matter is my camera has a mind of its own, and sometimes it's focused, sometimes it's not. And I just want to go live, and I don't want to do brain surgery and figure out how to autofocus or turn off the autofocus or whatnot. I just want to go on sometimes, so that's a thing. But I appreciate that you guys want to see my ugly mug. Here it is. Take a picture. Other than that, brother, what's going on with you today?
Not much. I just I got up, did my 10,000 steps, and then came home. I had an interview for that thing, that position I was telling you about. And it looks like and then I had to do the criminal background check, and I timed out, and I was trying to find my passport and get it in time. So there you go.
Oh, a criminal background check, man. Be careful with that. I hope you pass that one.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I don't remember being arrested any time, but you never know. That time I woke up in Tijuana with no pants. Who knows what happened?
Yeah. Or your pants over your head, which is worse. Sometimes people identity theft, man. They could just sabotage your identity and commit all these crimes. And pretty soon your mug's on America's Most Wanted list. So there you go. What's up, Ichi Loco? What's up, King One Kid? How you guys doing? Welcome to the show today. Hopefully people are getting notifications on their phones so we can have some people in here. But we're getting excited because Mandalorian drops tomorrow, and there's a couple of news stories out there. Not too many. I mean, these past 2 weeks have really hit as far as like slow news. But it's funny because I was like not going on live. I wasn't going live because there was no topics. So what did I do? Now we're going on twice a day. So it's like, dude, I went the opposite, man. But I don't know. Let's get ready to mumble here. So, David, you said you wanted to share it.
So turns out this is a Star Wars auction that's going on in England today. Here's some of the lots there. They expect the estimated value is £250,000, which is about $400,000 US, is what they're going to get. And it turns out it's just some guy woke up one day and his neighbor had passed away, but had left him all these plastic bins on his front lawn. And he's like, what the hell is all this? And he opened it up, and it was in-boxed vintage Star Wars material, mint condition.
Wow.
And what do you do when you get that? Apparently you sell it all on the internet.
How much did you say American dollars would be worth?
About 350, 400,000, I think.
Damn.
Just gift it to him.
Wow, man. Well, that's a nice gift.
And I mean, it's like they got like AT-ATs and like lots of 3 X-Wings and one like a Jawa, I guess that is in the original package, but also has the felt cloak. And I guess that one is the most rarest item there.
I think one of the most rare items is that Boba Fett with the launch, the missile in his back. That's like really, really difficult to get. I think the reason was because the kids were choking on it. So that's cool. Good for him. But is it selling? I mean, he's asking for the price.
Yeah.
Selling.
Well, the auctioneers suspect that it's going to go that way. Though I was looking at another auction that happened back in September, and some of the big ticket items didn't get bids on. But people were walking away, like they were showing pictures of people with their vintage RT D2 and other things like that. So there's just so many this is going to happen today. So if you guys want to get on, anyone wants to get in on this, you got to go and register and get going now because it's going to start, my understanding, in a few hours.
I got to be honest with you. I do not collect anymore. Do you collect? Did you ever collect?
Not really anything particular, but yeah, I used to get like in gaming, I would get like every book of a certain subject or something like that. So like I have almost all the D6 Star Wars books, but then I sold some of them off because I just didn't like those books.
You got over them, or you never liked them to begin with?
No. I liked them, but there was some of the books were just bad. Like so I'm like, I've been doing a little bit of more of that in the years recently. It's like I used to have like 4,000 or 5,000 gaming books, and I've been downsizing the collection because I'm like, when you're 20, you're like, oh, I'm going to be using this and reading this stuff, and then when you're 40, you're like, I'm never going to touch this thing again. I haven't picked this book up in 5 years. What's it still doing here?
Well, yeah, something similar happened to me because I used to collect all the powers of the Force because this was the line that for Star Wars that came out during the 90s. And I was like, man, I could get the action figures that I couldn't afford as a kid, obviously. So I started collecting them and putting them on my wall, like displayed. And then I started to notice that I didn't have any money to go out to eat with my friends. So I just sold it all out. I sold them all and, stopped collecting really. And now a lot of those toys are like $1. Not really worth much. People think they are, but they're not.
Yeah, I did. Also, I played CCGs when I was younger, so collectible card games. Play like L5 Legends of the Five Rings. I played a lot of that, and now it's like garbage. Like I literally just threw out thousands of cards. They were valueless.
So, are you a fan of Power Rangers?
No, that was just something that was beyond me when I was a kid. So
yeah, I respect the Power Rangers. I think we touched upon this already. I don't know if it was on Popcorn Planet, but Brian Edward Hill is set to pen a Power Rangers film by E1. Apparently, the license went to somebody else now. So the franchise, let me see, the film TV franchise of the iconic Hasbro characters, E1 has tapped. Okay, so he directed Titans. And I wrote, what is it? Edward Hill Titans to pen. Okay, he's writing the film. I'm not familiar with his work though, and stuff. So there you go. New Power Rangers is gonna hit and stuff. But the last one was via Lionsgate. Yep. And I
heard it did okay.
Yeah, it did okay. It's got a big fan base.
My friends who like Power Rangers were like, yeah, this is really good. They really like the bad guy.
Yeah. And then at the end, it had the music, go Power Rangers. So I think that was kind of a fun little touch. Although I'm not a big fan, but I understand the fandom is very cool. I mean, because the show, although to non-fans may look a little goofy, it represented everyone. So it's like, I went to a convention, a Power Rangers convention called Power Morphicon, and I saw the interaction between the original cast and the fans, and it was awesome because they were like, man, I was like one of those kids no one talked to, and people made fun of me because I did this and that, or I spoke funny, but you did the same thing I did, and you were cool. So I watched the show because I felt, I lived through you a little bit and I was inspired. So I thought that was kind of cool. Just another dimension of the Power Rangers, in case you don't know. A little goofy, yes, but I mean, if they get stuff done, Yeah. And stuff like that. But I'll be watching it. Why not? Why not? I'm probably going to get an invite to watch it. So I'm going to go and watch it. Shit.
Yeah. Nice work if you can get it.
Yeah. Let me see. How the hell did I get this out of here? Okay, so other news. Do you watch Narcos?
Oh yeah, that's a show I've watched.
Oh, okay. So there you go. Narcos renewed for a third season. Diego Luna not returning.
Yeah, well, he's kind of in prison.
Okay, but they could have just
spoiler.
They could have brought this article does get into that his cartel was pretty much dismantled, or he's in prison, or his So one once I read this, it's obvious why he's Rogue One. I mean, they've been talking about the spinoff for a while, so he's gonna reprise his role as Cassian Andor in Rogue One, and this is what's weird because in Star Wars, especially the Disney one, a lot of even if you're the biggest critic, most people always say Rogue One's the best one. I have noticed that. Although we had the discussion yesterday that some people didn't like it, but a lot of people do point as Rogue One as the best Disney Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they announced
I still say Force Awakens.
The problem with Force Awakens, man, it's tied to that last one.
Oh yeah, it's tied to all of them. It's sort of like it starts off so well. I mean, it is kind of like when I first heard J.J. Abrams is going to do this, I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to have a lot of lens flares, but it'll be okay. It won't be great, it won't be amazing, but it'll be pretty good. And that's what I want from a Star Wars movie. And then we got Last Jedi, and it's like, what are you doing?
It's funny because my friend from one of my good friends from high school for years was like, if they make Obi-Wan Kenobi, hold on, let's get great counsel in here.
Mm-hmm.
Lunga, get in here, Lunga. I put the code right there. If they make, my friend was like, if they make Obi-Wan Kenobi, a wuss, I'm gonna throw my shoe at the screen. Yeah, and I was like, dude, I saw the movie right way before him, and I'm like, dude, they made him a wuss, So I was like, oh crap. And he was like, if they kill off, if they kill off Luke Skywalker, I'm gonna throw my shoe at the screen. I'm gonna yell. And it's like, oh shit, they did that too. He was saying this for years though, but then I got to see the movie before him. I was like, oh my god. They did all that, and man, they did exactly what he was saying. And I would always argue with him. I was like, dude, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna kill Luke. So, or
if they do, he'll come back as an interesting Force ghost, and we'll be having the stuff that was coming out of the other guys, the other director who got fired and got replaced by JJ. That guy's script sounds like a lot better and a lot more, at least, continuation of the stuff. I'm like, but
it does, but we don't know until we actually see it. That's the thing. I mean, that's the way I look at it. It's easier to say, hey, that could have been better, but could it have? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Tavarro, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
His last Jurassic Park movie was kind of, I know he wrote it, but it was iffy. Mm-hmm. So I think they look at that. But yeah, Diego Luna, I guess gearing up to go to Rogue One. Mm-hmm. They've been talking about that for a long time. They seem to be talking about stuff all the time. Yeah. Nothing happens.
Yeah, well, it's Disney Star Wars. What do we expect? We're not genius, unfortunately.
Man, they had such a good plan. I was on cloud 9, man, having one movie a year and then having one movie a year and then one spinoff. Like one from the trilogy and then a spinoff. Wow.
Yeah. They were playing it so safe. I found, like, come on, you look at Resistance, which is like this show that's really meant for little kids, and it's like this is a tie-in, or like when I heard we were pitching these movies, we're going to do a Boba Fett movie. I'm like, a Boba Fett movie, really?
Well, I think that was Mandalorian. Honestly, I think they were going to make Boba Fett like a nicer character, a more sympathetic character.
But I just sort of like, you have this opportunity to create new interesting characters in this universe and just give us like more stuff like the Mandalorian, I think. And you could have launched so much stuff. You could have done stuff in the Old Republic. You can do stuff in the future. You could do like I would have loved it if it had been 500 years in the future. And I know we got the original trilogy cast back, but I mean, like, just the chances for new creative ideas, like I said, all this stuff I have here that has far more interesting stuff that ever came off of out of Disney now. Rogue One, like that first act of Rogue One is not good.
It was redone several times.
Yeah.
Do you watch The Walking Dead at all?
Nope.
I stopped after they introduced Negan. If anyone watches The Walking Dead, feel free to come in. Let us know what you think. Apparently, the show's ending after 11 seasons. I felt like it was going nowhere. There's probably not going to be a resolution with the Walkers, The Walking Dead. I felt like the show had no zombies. And then the excuse was, well, it's not really about zombies. Well, it's like, well, I could watch 10 other shows that it's not really about zombies, that have no zombies, that are much better than this. So why am I watching this? Huh?
I watched, what is it, Z Nation? That was my
You could have, the thing is, you could have zombies and then a human story, human survival story at the same time, but have the zombies in there. Negan was supposed to be this great character, and he just came off as annoying. Not the actors. I mean, this is when I critique the characters, it has nothing to do with the actors. So please don't confuse it and stuff like that. It's more of the script and the writing. Are you hearing me okay? Yeah. You can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl, he's a fan favorite. He's actually not in the comic. He's the guy with the bow and arrow.
Okay.
And he was also in Blade 2. So that's where, I was like, I know this guy. So he kind of like took, one of the main characters in the show, but never in the comics. Maybe they introduced him later. He pitched the idea of him and Carol spin-off. And Carol's like, last time I left the show was kind of like a weird love interest friend type of thing. So I was like, so they're just talking about that, how he didn't want, so they're going to have a Daryl standalone show.
Okay.
And, but he talks here how he already had he told EU, he had, him and the actress talked about a standalone show before and stuff like that. But do you see this show surviving after it ends, like having little?
I don't think so, and only because it went on too long. Some of these shows just go on forever. They make a little bit of money, so people keep watching it. But like, I know people were telling me they were like hate watching 7th season just to see if something interesting would happen.
Lunga through the Great Council says the whole point of The Walking Dead is people are more dangerous. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But that being said, Negan was just not a character I believed was gonna. I don't know. This Negan character was just not my thing. It was off-putting for it. And I know that's what George Romero did. The humans were actually worse than the zombies.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's just not my cup of tea. I just want to see some zombie action. Some walkers. All right. So are you a fan of Tomb Raider?
Yeah, I did. I even seen I never played the video games. I had a friend who played it obsessively. And so I kept watching him have to try and beat one of the early games over and over. Oh, okay. We actually are going to get his. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. That movie.
Okay, the headlines you're reading: the Tomb Raider sequel has been taken off MGM's release slate. For some reason, I thought it was Warner Brothers. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So early this month, Alicia Vikander. So she shared the hopes that the Tomb Raider sequel would be filming in 2021. That may still happen, but the movie no longer has a release date. According to the Wrap, MGM finally pulled Tomb Raider 2 from its March 19th, 2021 date. Of course, that's just like around the corner, kind of. After the Bud Light, it was never going to make that date. However, MGM opted to keep the sequel off the schedule instead of kept the sequel off the schedule instead of giving it a new release date.
Yeah, it looks like more and more studios are just saying, you know what, we're not even going to bother with the schedule.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. Wonder Woman is a problem, because it has so many release dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's costing you just basically advertising dollars with when you actually give a release date. So you're like still keeping the pump primed with posters and things saying the new date and that kind of thing. And if you just drop it, you don't have to worry about spending that money anymore. That movie, you know,
I watched it. I don't have too much emotional investment in the video game, so I'm not like. I mean, I thought I had a good time in the theater watching it, but
when your best part of your movie is your end credit sequence,
I don't remember it.
when she goes into stores and buys the 2 guns, and I'm like, oh wow, finally we're actually going to get to this. Like, it's sort of based on the first one of the new release video games, and there's so much interesting stuff in that. And I've played that to completion, and the fact they didn't use most of it, and in the end decided to wimp out on Supernatural. I think that was the biggest problem I had with it, is that the movie's like, no, there is a rational explanation for everything. I'm like, oh, well, then you're kind of killing off half your special needs. It's like, this is the female Indiana Jones, and there is magic in both the computer games world, the movies world, and Indiana Jones world. But they decided to make it real, and I think that really just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't have too much emotional investment in that. So I was, I always thought they were okay. The Tomb Raider movies and stuff. Yep. I never really played them on PlayStation or whatever. So, all right. So the news dropped, I guess yesterday, about. Here, let me get this up here. About Marvel's Moon Knight series hitting Disney Plus, and now we have a director, Mohammed Daib. Is that how you pronounce that? Diab. All right. Well, according to Deadline, man, Deadline gets everything. Could you guys call Nerd Report once in a while? Give us one. Apparently, Egyptian director Mohammed Daib. What'd you say it was?
Diab. That's what I'm.
Diab has signed to helm Moon Knight. Diab previous films include Clash, Cairo 677, and Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera.
Okay, can't even see this. Marvel and Disney Plus did not comment on Deadline's report. Jeremy Slater, the Umbrella Academy, will serve as showrunner. He will also lead the writing team. Umbrella Academy is doing well, so that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, films. My friend is the site manager.
Yeah.
So at least they're Hamilton Productions.
So pretty much like it's kind of like a new director. Not really his credentials aren't huge, but that could either mean two things. One, he can't handle it. It's too much of a big project, or two, he's really hungry and he's gonna try to, prove everyone wrong, and he's like, this is his chance, So it could work either way, but source material is good, apparently, so that's an advantage he has. Don't know what to think of this, but tell us how you really feel about what. Nah, Lewis, tell us. Was I ranting on something? Was it about Tomb Raider? I just thought it was okay. I can't really get passionate about, slamming a movie that I really didn't have high expectations for. You know what I mean? I liked it because, look, I'll go to the movie theater. We'll get popcorn. We'll get a soda. I'm with my friends. We sit down. We're at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood. That's where I saw it. And the next 2 hours, we just watch a film with air conditioning.
Kind of basic mindless entertainment.
Yeah.
It's just like, it was okay.
Yeah.
Great. It was not terrible. It's not a train dump. Maybe we wanted it. It would have been better if it were a dumpster train crash, train fire kind of thing, where it's just like the second Angelina Jolie movie, which is just almost unwatchable, but also fun because it's just so crazy.
All right. So we have a trailer here we're going to react to. And this one's for a movie called Stardust with it's a David Bowie film.
Oh, okay.
And let me see. Are you a fan?
Yeah, I have a copy of some of his music, one of his CDs around here somewhere.
Let me know if you can hear this. Hear it?
Yep.
Hello. Name? David Bowie.
12 singles, every one a total failure, except Space Oddity. The record company finds the album too weird for the Yanks.
I need to be known. I need them to know me.
There's only one guy at Mercury who doesn't hate your new record with every bone in his body.
David Bowie, I presume. Ron Oberman, Mercury Records.
We got a packed couple weeks coming up. Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, and then out to LA.
I think we can make it work. All it takes is one believer to change the world. And we got two.
Two?
You believe in yourself, don't you? I think you're going to be the biggest star in America. This is a Queen family rock station, so keep it safe.
Tell me about the new album. What's it all about?
It's about the years I spent dressing in women's clothes and getting laid.
You want to know what's not working? And if anyone dares to ask you about your actual work, you just do the mystical mime act.
There is no authentic me. It's just fear.
Well, then, be someone else. Be someone else.
I don't want to go mad. I want to take my fantasies on stage with me.
Act like a star and they'll think you're a star. Don't stop until you have them on the floor, groveling.
You're not a space alien. You're from Bromley, man.
Oh, yes, I am. Rock star or somebody impersonating a rock star? What's the difference?
Okay. David, this does not look good. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're trying. I feel like I've seen this story 100 times before.
That's what I was gonna say. I have music that no one believes in, and then when it finally gets released, it's a hit type of thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen this 100 times before. There's only difference, I guess, is the cross dressing, which I didn't realize was too much. Was a really big thing. I mean,
back in the day,
around here somewhere.
Yeah, cross dressing was a big thing back then.
Yeah,
it's getting panned. Look at how many dislikes.
Yeah,
I don't know if the main actor is David Bowie. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll watch it, and I'm excited to watch it, but it looks like a redundant story, and it looks like it's kind of like too low budget for David Bowie. Like David Bowie deserves big, right? Yeah, I didn't dig that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Game World Intel is intrigued by the movie. It looks like an old school MTV film. All right.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's made by IFC, so they are going to go really on the low. It's not going to be high budget or anything. But I mean, like,
yeah,
I liked Rocket Man because it was not about this whole story. The story is Elton John's life, but also his struggling dealing with alcoholism in an interesting way, and just dealing with all the fame thing. And it's not like, oh, look at me, I'm a big, rich, famous, successful person. Take pity on me. It's like, no. I became rich, and I indulged in every worst possible thing I could, and thank God I got over it. But I
love Bohemian Rhapsody. This one looks like it's trying to take some Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, that's what I felt too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, but
well, if you watch it, it looked very similar to this trailer. But I think the issue here is that everyone's British. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody, same thing, and then you got the his manager here in this trailer looks exactly like Mike Myers to me.
Mm-hmm.
Or, that was in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
But what do you guys think? Does it look good? I mean, I don't know. I want to see it, but it looked kind of cheap the way the trailer was cut.
Mm-hmm.
And so I may not be alone thinking that, because all the thumbs down. Let's see what else is going on, if anything. Some of these websites, their pop-ups are incredible.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I can't even get to
like I have one site that I used to go to all the time. The pop-ups have gotten so bad. I just bought their magazine instead, and I'm reading that. Like, I don't want to go to your website anymore. This is a pain in the ass.
Is the Craft Legacy out yet on VOD? I think it's out today. So I don't know if that's going to be anyone's cup of tea. They gave it it's getting mediocre reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I think that pretty much wraps up today, David, unless you have anything else to add to it.
No, I'm just looking at it here. So, yeah, it's not showing. It's going to be in my local theater right now. So,
it is in your local theater?
No, it is not. I'm going to see if it's Ancaster. Nope. We got The Empty Man, The War with Grandpa, and Honest Thief is the only thing playing right now.
Are you allowed over there? Are you guys allowed to buy a movie theater for like the entire thing for $100?
It's a little bit more expensive than that, but yeah,
How
you
much?
can totally do that. I think it's like 500, maybe.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a bit more pricey.
Yeah,
but yeah, I haven't done it. None of my friends want to go out and do things anymore. Or I shouldn't say that. A few of my friends will go out, but they're really just. I have some people who are just paranoid, crazy people.
I think it's a bad pattern. It's a bad pattern. People don't want to go out anymore. I don't know what. I don't even know if it has anything to do with, the Bud Light.
Yep.
I think people are getting in that habit. I can't wait to go out. Andy said that there's the gyms are open here. I can't find one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what you're talking
I think
about.
that's the way it's working in your state, from what I could tell, it's county by county.
Yeah,
so if you're in a really locked. I think it's San Diego. It's got the Republican mayor, so he's pretty open. But if you're in some of the other cities, it's not so great. Like if you live in Orange County, I think everything is open. If you live in LA County, it's not, right?
For you guys, if Disney brings back Gabriel Luna, who do you guys want him to play in either Marvel or Star Wars? He looks sharp, man. Wasn't he playing what's it called? Shoot. The one Nicolas Cage played? Wasn't he playing that in for the TV show on ABC? Oh,
I know he was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, he was Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, he was pretty good in that.
Dude, I think he could be a cool Imperial officer type.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I always get the name confused, Gabriel Luna and Diego Luna.
Yeah.
Totally different. Yeah, I think I don't know who he should play, but I do feel like he's a good actor. He'd be a good addition.
Problem is, we really just don't have much in the way of Star Wars for us to really slot him into things. Like, we don't know of many of the projects. I guess he could be in the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, but then they cancel things just as they're going to shoot. Like,
there's a lot of announcements for Star Wars. There's how would I say, Taika Waititi's thing. There's Rogue One. There's the Obi-Wan thing. So it's like 3 things and counting. So I don't know until I see a trailer. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm not excited for him. You know what I mean?
If he were in the Cassian Andor thing, I guess would be one. If he could be maybe Cassian Andor's mentor in that series, so they're not going to
hire another Luna in there, though. They're not going to have 2 Lunas.
Yeah.
It's going to confuse everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. There we go. I think it's a wrap for today, David. What are your
no
thoughts?
problem. I got to show it. I got to do an interview show at 5, and I wanted to do something for myself. So
is that on your channel?
Yeah. Well, the interview one won't be. It's not really meant for public consumption too much. It's a kind of like I interview a bunch of people on this political website, and I interview the members, and we like talk to each other. So it'd be like bringing in some of the people from the chat and just having like an interview, trying to find out about them. So that's kind of that thing, but it's really more within the community. It's not like there's like in references that people wouldn't get. The other thing I'm wanting to do for my channel is it'll be either today or tomorrow. I'm going to review Utopia, the new show on Amazon
What
Prime.
channel is that though?
That'll be my the spy guy. That'll be my spy guy.
Head over there, spy guy. We got you a few more subs yesterday.
Yep.
So now you're viral, dude.
Yep.
Hopefully getting there, and you have a book review and stuff like that. So follow David.
Your friend's book. So that was
he appreciates it. He was talking about it. You guys should talk. Anyways, guys, we're gonna have some videos dropping throughout the day, so make sure to subscribe. Nerd Report. Head over to my Twitter @NerdLecca, and we'll talk to you later.